Hello everybody and welcome to another Thirsty True Crime Thursday. As always, I am your host, Diego Hernandez, and let's get right into this scary True Crime Thursday.
Drama in a Cleveland courtroom. A tiny woman, a survivor, summoning the towering strength to stare down the man who had abused her for 11 years.
Of abducting and holding the women hostage are in jail this morning awaiting arraignment as this neighborhood and even the family members are trying to piece all this together.
Help me, I'm Amanda Berry.
You need police, fire, or ambulance.
I need police.
Okay, and what's going on there?
I've been kidnapped and I've been missing for 10 years and I'm here, I'm free now.
Now imagine being a woman held captive for years, being tormented and raped against your will. This is what Michelle Knight, Amanda Berry, and Gina De Jesus had to go through for over 10 years. The man responsible was 42-year-old Ariel Castro, who kidnapped 3 girls between 2002 and 2004. Now, Castro was born in Puerto Rico on July 10, 1960. As a child, he moved to Cleveland, Ohio, where the rest of his family was living. In 1992, Castro bought a house at 2207 Seymour Avenue. He initially lived with his wife and 4 kids. However, Castro was allegedly violent with his wife, and she left him in 1996. Around this time, Castro was working as a school bus driver. Now, in 2002, Castro offered, at the time, 20-year-old Michelle Knight a ride. She accepted as she knew one of Castro's daughters. After convincing Knight to enter his house, where he forced himself upon Knight and proceeded to rape her. Knight would be Castro's first victim for 11 years. In 2003, Castro offered to drive Amanda Berry, who was 16 at the time, home from her job at Burger King. Berry also knew one of Castro's daughters and they were very close, and got into his car. She was also kidnapped, assaulted, and held captive. Castro repeated the same scenario in 2004 with Gina De Jesus, who at the time was only 14 years old. She was also close friends with one of Castro's daughters. Castro kept the 3 women in chains in his basement, before moving them upstairs into barricaded rooms, where he chained them to the bed and raped them multiple times daily to calm his sex addiction. When Knight became pregnant with his child, which would happen several times, he would purposely starve her and beat her so she can have a miscarriage. However, he allowed Berry to give birth and forced Berry to give birth in a swimming pool. While holding the girls captive, he maintained a pretty outside normal life. Family would still visit him, though he would lock the women in the basement and lock rooms in the house that he didn't want his family going into. He was also still working as a school bus driver, up until he was fired in 2012, and played bass guitar in local groups. Castro even attended De Jesus' vigil, where he met with anguished family members of her family. Meanwhile, families were worried, questioning what had happened to the 3 girls. Now, Knight's investigation was pretty short, as she was an adult at the time, and it was believed she ran away because she had to appear in court the day of her disappearance for a custody battle. Berry's family, on the other hand, received a call from a strange man, saying that Amanda was fine and they'll be back in a couple of days. But obviously this never happened. Distraught over her daughter's disappearance, Berry's mother consulted a psychic, which was not the best decision in the situation. The very famous psychic told her that her daughter was dead and underwater, making Berry's mother lose hope. As for De Jesus' family, they did call the police, but police at first thought it was a runaway case. On May 6, 2013, however, Berry escaped Castro's house after seeing that her door was sometimes left unlocked, and the front door would also be unlocked. However, it was wired with a sound alarm. Beyond that, the storm doors would be padlocked shut, but she could still squeeze one of her arms out. That's when Charles Ramsey, a nearby neighbor, showed up and kicked the door and helped Berry and her then 4-year-old daughter Jocelyn escape. They eventually called 911, where she spoke to the operator.
Cleveland 911.
Help me, I'm Amanda Berry.
You need police, fire, or ambulance.
I need police. I've been kidnapped and I've been missing for 10 years.
Okay, and what's your address?
2207 Seymour Avenue.
Okay, talk to the police when they get there.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah, talk to the police when they get there.
Okay, I'm gonna wait right now.
We're gonna start them as soon as we get a car open.
No, I need them now before we get back.
I told you they're on the way. Talk to them when they get there, okay?
All right, okay.
Thank you. Cleveland 911, police, ambulance, or fire.
Yeah, hey, bro, I'm at 2207 Seymour, West 25th. This broad is trying to break out the house next door to me. She like, this been kidnapped me and my daughter, and we've been in this. She said her name is Linda Berry or some
Sir,
you know what I mean?
sir, is she still in the street or where did she go?
Yeah, I'm looking at her. She right now. She calling y'all. She on another phone.
Can you ask her if she needs an ambulance?
She needs everything. She's a proceeding panic, bro. I bet you've been kidnapped, so, put yourself in her shoes.
We'll send the police out.
Police quickly freed the other 2 captive women, and Castro was arrested on that same day. In July of 2013, Castro made a plea deal to avoid the death penalty. On July 26, he pleaded guilty to 937 criminal charges, which included rape, kidnapping, and murder, due to his participation of the miscarriages Michelle had. On August 1st, 2013, Castro was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, plus an additional 1,000 years. Since his arrest, Castro showed no remorse for his crimes. While in custody, he asked to see Barry's child, to which court denied this request. As for the 3 once captive women, they are living their lives freely now. Unfortunately, by the time Amanda was freed, her mother had sadly passed away believing that she was dead. The psychic's defense was, only God is right all the time. That's fucking stupid. In a strange turn of events, Castro was found hanging from his cell at 9:20 p.m. on September 3rd, 2013. After prison medical staff tried to resuscitate him, he was transported to a nearby hospital 20 miles away, where he was pronounced dead at 10:52 p.m. The following months, it was speculated that Castro did not commit suicide, but doctors who did Castro's autopsy ruled this out and confirmed that this was indeed a suicide. That just about wraps up this true crime story. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and let me know what other story you want to hear. And please don't forget to follow my Instagram and my TikTok. I also have a Twitter, so if you want to send me a scary video you want me to react to, please do, and I will react to it in a separate video. And as always, I will catch you in the next true crime story. Bye bye.